You're ready? You really are?
A roasted peanuts guy.
I got a roasted peanuts.
The defense could use a little bit of improvement, too.
See this afro? We brought this afro out for a reason.
Is it the planners?
Oh, Lord help him.
I'll tell you something about public school.
Now, tomorrow we'll be talking about the Detroit Lions.
There were penises in my math book.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Qwan Young, and welcome to the Qwan Show.
What's going on, everybody? It's me. It's the Qwan Young, as told to you by one of these name titles that I have to find real quick. You know, producing a show on your own, it's fun in theory, but it can also be stressful. Where's the name tag? I got to show you guys my name. Oh, come on. There we go. Boom. Watch this. Pow. The Qwan Young, Quantity Media. I'm the host of The Qwan Show. Thank you for tuning in again on a very frigid Sunday. I'm going to complain about the weather in Southern California anytime I get an opportunity because I did not leave the Midwest for this. Not at all. It's kind of cold. I still came out in shorts and a short sleeve t-shirt because mentally, I'm out there. I'll tell you right now. This has been one of those weeks. We're limping to the finish line. It's almost Christmas. Get a nice little break from working. Get to spend time with your loved ones or whomever you spend time with. I'm ready. I want to start this show by telling you that on Monday, I discovered live betting, and it was going really good for 2 days. Monday, I went up 2 units. Tuesday, I was down to like a half unit. And Wednesday, I went a little bit overboard. So we got to have a good day on today's betting slate. It's week 14 in the NFL. I'm looking for at least a 6-2 record, 5-2. I have to get this total down, or I'm going to show up to Last Word Cheetah tomorrow with a broken leg, you know? So, week 14 in the NFL, I'll be joined by Jim. We had an excellent show last week. There's nothing that I can say bad about that show last week. So we're going to try and do it again. Jim will be coming onto the show. He has a Qwan Show Moneyline Parlay with 4 dogs that I'm going to fire on because, like I said, I need some positivity and a couple of victories. So we're going to fire on that Moneyline Parlay when I bring Jim on. We had a great week on Last Word Cheetah as well. If you weren't tuned in, we did the 1 chip challenge on Tuesday. And I'm going to run it back because no matter what happened off camera, everything back there, what happened when I was sitting in this seat was nothing short of amazing. I was on fire, quite metaphorically and quite literally. We did the 1 chip challenge, and I survived eating the chip. I survived the aftermath. And then I had a little bit of a downturn, you know, when the cameras went off. I was sweating from my chest. I was sweating. My hair was sweating. My scalp was sweating. It was hot. So without further ado, this is what you missed on Tuesday on Last Word Cheetah. Should we do the 1 chip challenge?
The spicy chip thing?
Yeah.
I've seen people do that, and there's like no way it's that hot. Like you just have to eat the chip, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, we're doing the 1 chip challenge. There we have it.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a special edition of Last Word Cheetah. Today, I am Preston Johnson here in the Bets TV studios with the Qwan Young. we're doing the Packy One Chip Challenge. I've been pushing it away, talking down to it the last week. I finally started investigating a little bit this morning, Qwan. By the way, they do one every year. 2021 is apparently the hottest by far that's ever been put out. There are guys with YouTube channels that all they do is eat spicy stuff, and they couldn't handle it very well. They were having like stomach issues. They thought they were going to throw up. We got gloves. I audibled on my I'll be fine prediction from the last few days. Milk, water, even some ice cream if it's necessary. We got the chip. I was a little concerned because we had planned to do this today, and I have the Lucky Trader NFT show I got to do later. So for those that are wondering, we're actually recording this ahead of time. It gives myself an extra hour and a half to be adjusted, I guess we'll call it, post eating the chip by 4 o'clock Pacific for the NFT show. I didn't want to have to, and I still might have to, leave mid-show. Yeah, that's, I don't want to even think about it, but it's possible. 20 minutes in, I might just have to hit, where. Are you reading the back?
Yes.
It says, do not eat if you're sensitive to spicy foods. Medical conditions. Do you have any medical conditions?
Fear.
You're going to make one out now?
Fear right now.
Should I just pop this thing open?
Are we doing this?
I mean, you brought it up. I don't know why. And then you spent $40
are we doing this? I mean, it's
chip.
already here.
They say to use gloves.
Listen,
One chip challenge. By the way, we had lines on this. I threw it in Discord on Twitter a little bit.
We'll throw them up while we're playing this on the show.
The actual, if I remember from the YouTube videos, you're supposed to try to go 5 minutes without drinking anything. I don't know if you'll be able to put that up, to be honest.
No. It says
I
destroyed the Packy One Chip.
the one thing that we need to be clear about, I want no lippage. I'm the people that get it on the corners of their mouth or their lips. I'm gonna break this up. I plan on eating the full chip. I'm not going one big bite, risking it all when I can get 2 to 3 bites in there. Also, I think mine is broken anyways, now that I'm actually seeing the pack.
Oh, mine doesn't have one. Sorry, you're on your own.
Let me check. Oh yeah, I wanted to get, someone had a good idea on one of the videos. I started doing research today, like I told you. The Clorox wipes, to wipe your mouth on the outside and to wipe if you have it on your lips or something. Or our little mustache beard hairs or anything. You're good?
I'm just going for it.
Also, I've been told it does not taste good at all, and it also smells pretty terrible when you rip it open.
My stomach is bubbling right now.
Already?
Already.
Well, that's not good.
Oh my God. Look how big.
That's why I was saying it's a big chip.
Dude.
They call it the one chip challenge, but it's like this would be the biggest chip in the history of Tostitos if you found it in there.
Oh, mine's broken too. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh my God. Listen, the next time you get some balls on air and say, "Oh, I could do it,"
You just brought it up, and I said, "Oh yeah, I could probably do it."
keep breaking.
And then you said you were gonna eat too. Okay, this is empty. Clarification. There's 2 pieces back here. I'm gonna break up the biggest piece.
Oh, it just looks hot as fuck.
Oh, you got good. You got like 4 pieces there. That's good. Just don't touch your eyes. Don't touch with your left hand.
I have it. All right.
Any caveats prior? Like, if here's the thing: if I can't go 3 minutes for the point spread, I don't really care. I'm pretty. I value myself as a person, my self-worth, whether or not I can, go 3 minutes or not. I might be drinking water and milk like in 30 seconds. Here's the thing: the people like start dry heaving or like there's a hiccup effect apparently. I don't know. If I can't breathe or something, I'm going to be drinking water. I'm not going to think any less of myself. You guys can think less of me if you want.
Forget them. They're not doing
I'm
this.
Push this out of the way too, in case anything happens.
Oh.
Maybe not.
We got to do
What do you
this
think
at
the
the same
strategy
time.
is? Just like eat it all really quickly, or like rather than
You know how you used to take bad medicine as a kid? I'm just going to
like
plug my nose and pray.
okay, well, don't get it in your eyes. By the way, it's scorpion pepper. Oh my Carolina Reaper. The scorpion hits right away. I did some research this morning. I don't know if I told you. The scorpion hits right away. Then the Reaper comes in from behind. Yes, I said that. And it gets you, and that's what kind of really gets going like about 30 seconds in.
Oh.
Why are we doing this again?
Because you said you could handle it.
There's a chance, since we're pre-recording this, so that I can get an extra hour and a half to recover before the NFT show, that we just never air this and say there was something wrong.
Last Word Cheetah is canceled for the take. All right.
You ready?
All right.
Here, I'm going to give you a back elbow. You good?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's bad.
It doesn't taste great.
That's bad.
I'm down. I got a little bit more. It's down. It's hot.
That's bad.
What's bad about it?
Doing it. I know what's coming.
It gets worse. That's the worst part, is you think you got it down and you think, oh, okay. But then the Reaper comes in. So far, you just hit the scorpion. Yeah,
We should have been timing this.
Okay.
We got the we'll throw a time.
You can throw a timer live. We'll see if it's 3 minutes or not. That's actually good.
I can't believe you said.
We're going to go like 7 minutes thinking it's only 2.5. We're going to make ourselves feel a lot worse. Ooh, it's coming in. Oh, gosh. It's like back of the mouth, back of the tongue. Oh. My eyes are watering a little bit. I'm wearing a red hoodie and I'm already like red skinned. You know, I'm eating this. I'm going to be really red.
Quan's crying.
Talking makes it worse, I think.
There's oxygen. You know, I'm no scientist, but I'm crying.
I'm a little shaky. See that? I can't hold still. What hurts the most for you?
Yes. Everything.
It's got real heat. It says real peppers, real heat. I'm sniffling. It hurts the back of my tongue. I'm glad I can get it on my lips. Are you good on your lips at least?
No lippage.
No lippage. There was a video of an 11-year-old girl that did it with her dad. I'm trying to tell a story to take my mind off it. It's really hot now. She only did like a corner. She was crying. You having trouble breathing? Should I take it off? Yeah, I guess then I'm going to start touching the water bottle soon.
I'm going to go get the wipes.
I literally am like shaking a little bit. I don't know if people can tell. I'll take one or two. I have no idea how long it's been. Look how red I am now. Holy cow.
No tears have officially fallen, so I'm taking the crying away.
I'm starting to sweat. I'm getting a little dizzy, actually.
My face.
Ooh, I'm getting dizzy. Seriously. Woo. If I pass out, I didn't bring my like oxygen. There's a trash can under there if I need it. Like feeling it in my ears. Do you feel it in your ears?
My whole face is numb.
You know, like the commercials, or not the commercials, the cartoons. I gotta go to the water.
Smoke, bro.
I think I do I? That's where it comes from. I always wondered, why are you getting up? Has it been 3 minutes? It's got to have been 3 minutes, right? Getting this ready. Lactose free. Qwan was on top of it.
Oh, yeah. Hit the ice cream.
Dude, it's so... I'm like tingly and dizzy. It's got to have been 3 minutes, right? No?
We've been recording for 11, so I'm sure it hasn't been. We'll throw the timer up in the bottom corner.
I'm so dizzy and tingly, like my ears and my cheeks. 10 more seconds just in case. It's got to have been 3 minutes. He's trying to get the Qwan first or Preston first. I just don't know why I'm so dizzy. I can't talk very well.
We don't know what time it is. I don't even know if that was English. But Preston just hit the water.
Vibratingly tingly and dizzy. The water helps.
All right, I got tears.
Eat me. You can take it.
I got tears in my eyes, but I'm good. Look, we got a great show.
You're not feeling that like vibration tingliness in your head?
I got my lymph nodes, like my neck is on fire right now.
Yeah. Look, I haven't wiped down yet. I'm sweating. Just drink your milk. You don't have to.
I don't need it. Oh yeah, we cool. That's it. I'm good. I told you this is
Who made those prices? What an awful odds maker.
this is exactly how I felt when I did that Nashville hot chicken thing.
No way.
Yeah. Listen, man,
This is way hotter than Nashville hot chicken.
the way that you're supposed to make it, the way I made it. No.
No, you didn't do Scorpion and Carolina Reaper.
No.
Cayenne.
It was a bunch of cayenne pepper though. I think I over seasoned it by a ton. I think I did tablespoons instead of teaspoons.
I'm not doing very well.
Oh, I'm past it.
The ice cream just like upset my stomach.
I'm past it. I'm good. Let's go.
You want to do another one?
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah.
Calm, cool, and collected. Well done. They say on the box 10 minutes and you're powerful or something.
I just don't want no second opportunities to arise.
Feel like shaky and my stomach's hurting.
Make sure you wipe your area down. Here, give me the
I feel
package.
like I'm gonna throw up. I do. The ice cream's not good. It's not helping.
Here.
Give me another white, please. Something about the water, the chip, and then ice cream with the chip. Oh.
Listen, I'm coming with it.
You did. You did.
I did it. This is easy. Easy money. Got a little. I'm not gonna say I cried. There was some nasal allergy stuff, but whew.
Dude, I'm not doing well.
You want some milk? It's almond milk.
Oh, it grosses me out. My stomach is like, my stomach just wants to throw stuff up, even the water. You might be coming out, dude.
I'm gonna slide over. Oh man, Preston is down bad. What do you need?
I haven't thrown up yet, but I don't want to do it on camera. That's actually.
We got a great show for you today, guys. We're gonna take calls. Gonna talk to you about your bets. Whew. Oh, he's hurting. Yeah, that's that. Listen, if you drunk alcohol, this is the moment in the night where you had way too many shots and you're hugging the toilet You're not in.
my stomach is just like won't let anything go down anymore. So I'm doing water and then I'm spitting it out.
Man. No, absolutely not. I'm good. I don't know.
There's no more sting?
No.
That's a lie. There's no way.
I'm telling you nothing. Like all my taste buds. Listen, I don't remember biology that well, but sweet or sour is in the back or what? It's like the back of my tongue, the sides, and the tip of my tongue. It kind of got a little buzz, but I'm good, man.
I just went. I did not puke.
Now, what happens on the back end?
It finally just it went. I'm good. Yeah.
Later today.
I don't know how yours subsided like 3 minutes before mine.
Later today, when we take our bathroom breaks, that might be different.
Jamie's on the line. Be right back. Yeah, the ice cream just started grossing me out. My stomach was not ready for anything but water.
Packy, I'm coming for you. 2022, easy money. Give me the Carolina Reaper and every other chip combined into one. I'm taking it down.
Have you ever done like a pepper eating anything before?
No.
Me neither, honestly.
I used to, a couple years ago, I was watching the Carolina Reaper challenge on YouTube, and to see the pain and anguish in those people's faces, it always scared me. So doing this, I was like, oh, this is going to be worse than that or something like that.
You handled it, man. What's interesting to me, what got me, so I like heat when I eat spicy food. In the mouth, it burns. It's not that bad in the end. I was having an actual physical reaction I've never had before because I've never had anything that hot. I felt like I was vibrating, tingling, dizzy. And that was like kind of freaking me out a little bit. So I was like, I need to do something.
This is it. This is the big one, Elizabeth.
The mouth tongue pain, it's like it's there, but it was that for about 2 to 3 minutes, it changed my perception of myself. I guess that's what you were saying when you're drunk and
hugging the porcelain god.
Oh man, we did it. I don't know if I even got to 3 minutes. For all I know, I did more. I have no clue. We'll just wrap it up. We'll go live here in a second. Hopefully I'm in a better state. And we'll see. We'll put a timer on it and see what happened.
That was it. That was me kicking the ass of the Packy one chip challenge. And that's it. You know, afterwards, I might have got destroyed a little bit. But that's neither here nor there. And we need to move on. We need to get into week 14. I'm going to bring on, you saw him last week, Jim with some great calls last week. He had a big week in betting this week, too. I've been telling, we got a Discord for Last Word Cheetah, and he's been firing on some great plays. So bring it on to the show. We got Jim. Jim, how do you say your last name?
It's Lau.
Lau?
Like lollipop, but
Like lollipop,
yes.
okay.
Yep.
All right, we got Jim Lau. Jim from Philly is what I call him every time I introduce him on Last Word Cheetah. Jim, how you doing this week?
I'm ready. I watched every play of every game last week. That's more of a grind than it sounds like. Lot of bad football, but we're ready. We're going to fire on a big parlay today, make everybody some money, talk through all the matchups, see what I can see from tape, and we'll get to it.
I like it. So do you want to start with the money line parlay that you have, or do you want to hold that to the end? Because we can go through the games, but you sent me that, and I got excited a little bit because I was on a few of the teams in my head, and I was like, yeah, I do want to fire on this. So why don't you give the people the play to make right now before anything else moves?
All right, we're looking at Jets money line, Browns money line, short favorite, Bills money line against the Bucks, and we're also looking at Bengals money line against the 49ers. Put it all together, it's going to pay out around 25 to 1. I'm feeling it this week. Hey, $10 wins about 250. You want to get frisky and put more on it? Let's win it.
I like it. I like it. Now, what do you see in, I want to say, those games, the Bengals game especially, because that's been one of the teams that everybody's been talking about. It's been up and down with Zach Taylor's play calling. I think we talked about it last week. What do you see in that game specifically against the 49ers? I think Debo's still out, and the 49ers are kind of hobbled, and their secondary has been pretty bad the entire season. So break that down for me.
Yeah, that's a good call on the Niners secondary. They just kind of been playing above their heads a little bit this year. Joe Barrow at home against Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, that's all you got to start with right there. Off game last week. Little concern about the pinky with Joe, but I think against this Niners defense, he can really perform. As the Debo Samuel, look, I don't think there's enough made with certain players on certain teams meaning a lot to the spread. You know, Debo's a guy that is used like Robert Woods was with Sean McVay, Aaron Jones with Matt LaFleur. Like these detail-oriented head coaches, guys like Debo Samuel, you're talking like 10 to 15 scripted plays that they're going to have to replace week to week. And you saw their offense struggle a little bit without him. They're also going to be without Elijah Mitchell this week, who's, you know, if Kyle Shanahan's giving a running back 20 carries and limiting the rotation, that's how you know he's playing well. So I think they're going to miss him this week. Now, Debo may play, so that I would be a little more concerned playing Bengals money line, but if he's out, I just don't see the Niners competing offensively with Cincy here.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, I don't know if we want to get into this first, but there have been some reports coming out from Jacksonville this week about Urban Meyer and the, I guess, way he's talking to his players and his coaches. He apparently called out his entire team and said they're a bunch of losers. Had the assistant coaches defend their resumes, talking about what have you ever won. And he got into a heated conversation with Marvin Jones. So I said earlier in the year that just from the makeup of what they did in the preseason with signing Tebow and just all of that extra stuff, that they would be a bad team. And they are a bad team. Today they take on Tennessee. I think the line opened at 6. It's up to 9 now. What do you see in that Jacksonville-Tennessee game? Obviously, I'm thinking that the disarray in the locker room, that's not going to bring them together. I think this might be one of those big games where, you know, they get destroyed just based off of how the week unfolded.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like a locker room like this in disarray, like right now, they just can't compete offensively. You know, for him to pull James Robinson, his best offensive player, he pulls him from the game for fumbling, benches him, tells the coaches to bench him, and then in the press conference throws his running back coach under the bus saying that it was his call. I mean, like, come on.
Terrible.
Like, talk about that's like the one thing that's really going to, you know, disturb the locker room. And when you disturb the locker room, and if there's any question about effort, especially at the line of scrimmage in the NFL, like you are going to get beat. Now, division game, look, the Titans offensive line has been a struggle all year. So if they show up, they may be able to compete in this number. I actually have this around Titans -7.5, so I technically wouldn't play it around -9. But I am not going to be surprised if the Titans coming off a bye. Mike Vrabel's a great coach, and if they just wipe the floor with Jacksonville, you could see Urban gone tomorrow. So for anybody wanting to bet this game, Titans down on a teaser would be a good play. I just can't see Jacksonville competing here.
Okay. And Baltimore, Cleveland, you threw the Browns in the money line parlay. What do you see in that game? They played, was it 2 weeks ago in Baltimore, I believe. And it was abysmal. Turnovers, interceptions. Couldn't get any offense going. What do you see in that game where you like the Browns to pull this one out?
I love the Browns preseason. I love their coach, Kevin Stefanski. Runs a lot of really good schemes. Really looks like the Vikings, but better. It's like a timing offense that when it's clicking, it's kind of like a symphony, like an orchestra. Like everything's just working so well. They do have a lot of injuries in Cleveland, but I expect with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb having fresh legs off a bye, I expect them to start out fast here against a really banged up Ravens team. I also love the Browns defense. They have a great defensive line. Clowney has been an animal this year. Myles Garrett's racking up the stats and the sacks, but Clowney's just been an absolute playmaker. The linebacker, I'm not going to try to butcher his name, from Notre Dame, the rookie, has also been excellent this year. Good secondary, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, although I think one of them could be injured today. So, I mean, this defense has playmakers at three levels. And look, they played them 2 weeks ago. So one of the callers on Last Word Cheetah, Patrick, was talking about when you play a team, have a bye, and now you're playing that same exact team, a division rival at home. I mean, this is their season right here. Like, they lose this game, they're done. And this is a team with Super Bowl expectations. So I expect them to win and cover here and come out with a performance today.
There you go. Now, Las Vegas, Kansas City, it's at 9.5 right now. Do you think that the Chiefs are back to their form? We all saw earlier in the season that they are mortal. They can be beat. And it took a while for them to get back to this point where, they may be unstoppable again. Patrick Mahomes this, Tyreek Hill this. Do you think this is a game where we're going to see them take that next level to what we all thought that they would be preseason and going into the season?
Yeah, it could definitely happen this week. I would lean towards taking the over in this game, but it has been bet down from 52.5 to about 48. I'm not sure what it is now, but that might be a weather thing. So I guess you got to be careful there. But look, the Raiders have Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator. They run a ton of cover three, which the Chiefs perform well with. And they ran it all game, and Patrick Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns last game. I can't count on Gus Bradley to change that look. One thing you have to do is not coach your bet, and you can't plan on Gus Bradley being able to throw some different looks out there. It could be, look, it's a division game. I mean, I love Max Crosby. This could be a game that he takes over and kind of pressures Patrick Mahomes. The Raiders' offensive line has been playing a lot better the last 3 weeks. Right now, Derek Carr just has no horses. I mean, this team has not run the ball well at all in any game all year. And there's just no outside receivers for Carr. So without Darren Waller, the Chiefs are a defensive unit that really funnels coverage to the middle of the field and to the tight end. And not having Darren Waller today is going to hurt them. So if anything, I'd look to play Hunter Renfrow, who's just absolutely on fire. I don't know what his props are, but I think he's a must-start in fantasy. And in a game that they're probably trailing, he should get a ton of targets today.
You like any props in that?
Yeah, I would take Renfrow to score. I'm not sure what his actual prop numbers are, but that's a guy that I would definitely look to take overs on. Derek Carr just has nobody else to throw to. I mean, Brian Edwards has been inconsistent in his route running. I think the Chiefs are down a corner or two, but he really struggles in press man coverage, and that's what the Chiefs love to run. And their corners have just been playing excellent the last 5 weeks, which has really drove their defense to be in a good position to win each and every day. So, look, Renfrow, maybe the over, check the weather. I'm just not sure what the wind's looking like, but that's all I got there.
There you go. We'll go to another division game, Dallas and Washington. Now, the football team is streaking. They're playing great football right now. Dallas came off of that victory in New Orleans against a hobbled Saints team. What do you like in this division matchup?
Well, look, Washington's been playing great. It's really a grinded-out style. That's why you've been seeing them winning these close games. but their offensive line has just been so good that they just kind of grind it out. A lot of short runs, but they do execute on first down. Taylor Heineke's been playing real well. I'm actually pretty surprised that he's kind of played within the system, played a lot more calm, because he's a guy who could really, try to go for the big play and try to make something happen and make mistakes. But he hasn't been. He's been playing. He's playing the way that he's supposed to play. He's been winning. But look, this team hasn't scored a lot of points the last couple of weeks. And, one of the things you see with heavy run teams, unless you're getting chunk plays or explosive plays in the run game, it just takes a while to score. Or you don't score as many points because it takes so long to score. So they're going to need to get and hold a lead here. I still think Washington's defense is susceptible to big plays. And I really think Dak Prescott can air it out on this team today. If the Cowboys get a lead, this game's over. But right now, Washington is playing the way they're playing so well. It's tough for me to lay 5 with the Cowboys, but I don't expect Washington to win this game. So I would lean Cowboys to cover, but, it's above a field goal. I don't think it's the best number.
And to that point with Taylor Heineke, I believe I don't remember what game it was, but he's been in that system for 6 years. I think that's a great point to like him not making those mistakes and not being that guy that he was earlier in the season, trying to make those big throws and get the ball downfield. He's taking what the defense is giving him. Another division game, Atlanta, Carolina, ugly game. I remember one of the callers from Last Word Cheetah this week took the Cam under on pass attempts. Do you like Carolina in this game at all?
No, I don't. I'm really concerned with the firing of Joe Brady, a guy who, was Joe Burrow's coordinator for that national title run, goes to the NFL. On tape, they run a lot of good schemes, a lot of good play calling, and Matt Rule just goes out and fires them. Joe was a guy who interviewed for head coaching jobs last year, almost got the Falcons job, interviewed for the Eagles job. And it's because Matt Rule's, saying he wants to run more. It's just really concerning. Cam can't throw. His best throw was basically running slants off an RPO. And if they're trailing in any game, you can't count on them to, come back. It's not a good offensive line either. So, this game plan that Matt Rule wants to call doesn't fit the players. And that's concerning for a coach to try to put schemes out there that don't fit his players' strengths. So, and look, do you want to take Atlanta either? Probably not. But I actually had this number around Panthers -1. So taking 2.5, 3 with the Falcons would be the play for me if I had to make one.
And it just got bet down to 41.5 is what I just saw. Moving to one of the teams in your money line parlay, we got the Jets and the Saints. They're going back to Simeon, I believe, right?
No, I think it's still Taysom Hill.
It's still Taysom Hill. He had a bit of a bad game. What do you see that the Jets can do to? I don't even feel like they need to neutralize him. Just keep him in check on the ground. He'll make some bad decisions, as we saw in that Cowboys game. It's down to the total's at 42 right now, and that's pretty intriguing to me. Do you think that anybody's going to put up points in this game?
Yeah, last week, Zach Wilson sat down. He watched the Qwan Show. He said, this dude from Philly's talking smack on me. I got to show up in this game. Zach Wilson was awesome last week against the Eagles. Very calm in the pocket. He looked like a brand new quarterback. So I think this is a buy spot for him to get on a little run. I was just surprised. He had a lot of throws where he was looking off safeties, delivering good balls. He has amazing arm strength. That ball really pops out of his hands. Reminds me a lot of Aaron Rodgers. I'm not calling him Aaron Rodgers, so I don't want to get put on for that hot take. But fast release, and like I said, really, really improved last week. So against a banged-up Saints team, I expect him to carry it over another week. And I think 5's too much here, so I'm definitely taking on the spread plus 5.5. The Saints are just depleted. They lost Deontay Harris, who's probably their best playmaker. I mean, this team has no receivers, like none. So they can't really take advantage of the Jets secondary. And on the Saints want to run the ball. The Jets, I think, will perform better against kind of the old school under center style of the Saints. Not a lot of RPO spread running types. So I think this bodes well for the Jets defense here. And I think they get the win outright today for sure.
There we go. Now, Davis Mills, moving on to Houston, Seattle. Davis Mills has been named the quarterback. Very unfortunate. Tyrod Taylor gets the short end of the stick no matter where he goes. I mean, you saw it in Cleveland, the Chargers. No matter what happens, he's going to get Buffalo. He's going to get replaced. Do you think that was the right move? And will it be advantageous to Houston, or is this Seattle all the way?
This is such a hard game for me. I think this number is way too high. Seattle is not a team that should be laying 8.5 on the road to anybody. Very, very fluky win last week versus San Francisco. They hit a big special teams play, got a ton of turnovers. And look, the line of scrimmage for Seattle is not good. It's an offensive line that's not good. They can't run the ball. Russell Wilson, last week played a little bit better. He was throwing a lot of short passes, but he's going to take a lot of sacks. And I think if Houston's defense shows up, they should be able to, get to him here and stop the run. I would have to lean to take the points with the Texans here as Davis Mills. I'm just thinking in my head, betting Davis Mills. But a guy who, by the way, I watched college tape on before his first start. And, after so long, I'm sitting there thinking, at first I was like, wow, this is a guy who stands in the pocket, takes a hit to deliver the ball.
Looks like he got all the
but then
tools,
after a while, I realized he literally doesn't know that somebody's coming. Like, he's just a spaced out guy. I think the neck thing is legit for being bigger than his brain. So, look, I'm playing on a numbers perspective. I'd play Texans here, but do yourself a favor and try to stay away from this one.
We got very unfortunate news out of Denver this week. The unfortunate passing of Demaryius Thomas. Now, everybody's going to try to say, well, this is going to be one of those games the Broncos try to get up for, and it's going to be like a tribute game for it. The Lions also they're coming off of their first victory. I feel like this is one of those games where they emptied out the tank against the Vikings. And they're on the road in Denver. Do you see this as a spot where the Lions put together a win streak, or they're out of here?
It's tough because Teddy Bridgewater was the worst quarterback I've seen last week, and that includes Tyrod Taylor and Davis Mills. I mean, I don't expect them to play as bad as home and in back-to-back games, but look, that's what people are saying about the Lions, like that this could be, they emptied the tank. I kind of thought that way too, especially going to Denver and the altitude. And the Lions have all these players on COVID.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know how Denver doesn't just handle them here. Good luck for the Lions on tackling Javonte Williams today too, who is really one of the bright young running backs in this league. They're 8-4 against the spread, Qwan. I mean, I do like what I see from Aaron Glenn. They do have a good young edge rusher. I don't know if you know his name, but he always shows up on tape. High motor guy, long, lanky. They also, Tracy Walker's a really good safety for them. So the defense competes week to week. And with a struggling Teddy Bridgewater, to stay away from me, man.
There you go. Jim, just throwing it to you again. Giants, Chargers. I believe the Chargers got Mike Williams back off of the COVID-19 list last night, and somebody else. Do you see this as a spot where, they just take the Giants out to the woodshed, or what do you see happening?
They should, right? I mean, last week you saw good Justin Herbert, good Chargers, although they were up 24-0 and managed to blow the lead down to 24-22, and the Bengals had the ball going in. So I don't think the Chargers ever lay a number this big. Look, the Giants compete defensively. Mike Lennon was really hard to watch in the second half. Concerned with the injuries there. The Giants also really struggle to run the football. So I think I would lean Giants to cover here, to be honest. I think they just somehow find a way. I think the Chargers just find a way to play down to their competition. We see it with them and the Vikings every week, playing down and playing up. So I actually would lean to take the Giants here on the spread.
There we go. All right. San Fran, Cincinnati, we touched on a little bit with the secondary. Who do you like in this one?
I'm playing the Bengals here. I'm playing Joe Burrow to have a bounce-back game. I think with a banged-up Joe Mixon, hopefully, Zach takes advantage of this Niners secondary with Joe. Josh Norman, I can't believe he's still playing on the outside for San Francisco. And Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, these guys should have no problem with San Fran's secondary today.
Yeah.
So as long as the Bengals' O-line holds up, and Joey Bosa, is it Joey? No, Nick. Nick Bosa is really only their good pass rusher. DJ Jones had a good week last week against Seattle. But I don't think Joe Burrow has lost a home game to anybody but an elite quarterback this year. So it's tough to go against Joe at home because I think he's in that realm.
There you have it. Now the game that everybody's excited for, everybody's talking about Buffalo, Tampa Bay. You do the Buffalo normally gets past New England or plays New England and they're past the whole thing. Now they got to face Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. You like the Bills this week, am I right?
Love the Bills this week, yes.
And what do you see after them coming off of that loss where the weather played a factor, and there's nothing that you can deny about that.
No doubt.
They had a game plan. It seems like they kind of abandoned it and just said, to hell with it. Josh Allen's throwing. Had a chance to win at the end of the game too. Do you think they go down to Tampa and put up points and outplay Tom Brady and the Buccaneers?
Yeah, well, this Bills defense is strategically and methodically built to defend the pass, and it's been going on since Sean McDermott got there. When he got there in 2016, he signed Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, and they're the best safety tandem duo in the league. They have light pass rushers. It's a light defensive line. You've seen them lose games to New England on the ground. Derrick Henry. And Jonathan Taylor, and they're susceptible to that. But this team is built for the pass. They have not allowed a 300-yard passer all year. They're very good schematically. I know there's no Tre'Davious White, who's a good corner, but I think good defensive coaches, good defensive coordinators, especially ones who game plan like Buffalo, can cover up a corner with scheme. And although Tom Brady's been playing, look, he's the GOAT. There's no denying that. He's playing well. I'm concerned without Antonio Brown. I really am, because he's the best receiver on the Bucs. He was creating separation better than any of them. They're going to get a lot of press man today from Buffalo, and Godwin and Evans aren't the fastest guys.
Yeah.
So it's also a team that's seen Gronk plenty. So I really like the Bills' defense here in this matchup. I think they're well prepared for a team like the Buccaneers. Quickly to the offensive side, look, this is a get-right game for Josh Allen. The Bucs defense this year, the biggest struggle for them is getting a pass rush with their front four. They're very good against the run, but the Bills don't run the ball. So it's a team that has to blitz. Josh Allen's very good against the blitz, and I expect, coming off a game last week where he struggled to throw, I really think the Bills can put up points here. And it's probably my favorite bet of the day. Taking Bills definitely with the points here, but I'll play the money line too.
There we go. Chicago, Green Bay, Sunday night game. Do we really expect anything out of this? Justin Fields is back. Bears are hobbled, and the Packers are coming off a bye, playing some of their best football after completely obliterating the Rams and that defense. Do you see anything here that's discussion worthy?
It'd be a good. I'm going to give the Bears their flowers a little bit here, at least to get some coverage. But the Packers have been struggling to run the ball. They haven't run it well all year. It may not hurt them in this game. When when I think about Justin Fields, like one of the things that concerns me with him is speed, like his game speed. He has a very slow release, kind of like a wind up, and it's something that he can improve on. He throws a great Russell Wilson-esque deep ball, and Matt Nagy's a guy who gets killed, but a lot of times when I watch Justin Fields games with the Bears, he will run a lot of max protection to give Justin Fields time to deliver one of those deep balls. Dave Montgomery's been a great runner. It's a team that's really run the ball well all season. The last two games for the Bears, they've really moved the ball between the 20s. So I really think, I know I'll probably get killed for this, but I really think Matt Nagy gets a bad rap. You see a lot of Kansas City-esque schemes with him. I see a lot of good stuff, but again, this is a guy who went Mitch Trubisky, now he's got Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, and the team struggles in the red zone. They struggle with turnovers. They struggle on third downs, and it all points to the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I make this number around 10, so I'm not going to just lay it with the Packers here. Look, if the Packers just come and blow out the Bears, then so be it. But the other thing that bothers me, one more thing. For Aaron Rodgers, this is the NFL. When Aaron Rodgers says, "I own you," if that's bulletin board material in that Bears locker room, this is a rivalry game. This is a division game. And if they're reading into that all week, they're going to come to play.
Yeah, up for it. That blackboard material, it does it. Final division game, final game, Monday night game. One team that I think is the best all-around team in the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals, taking on the Los Angeles Rams in Arizona. Any hope for the Rams and my MVP bet, Matthew Stafford?
This is the Qwan versus Jim Bowl part 2. Qwan has adopted the Rams as his team from the Lions. I've adopted the Cardinals as my team with my money. The team I bet to win the Super Bowl preseason, and they have Zach Ertz. So, it's easier for me to do that. Look, I think you got to take the over here. Two very good offenses, two explosive offenses. Matt Stafford has been playing as well as anybody this year. I am a little concerned with Kyler Murray. He looked very rusty last week. So I'm a little concerned that maybe it's going to take him a couple games to get back on track. That's why I'm not running to bet the Cardinals here. And with a lot at stake, in the Cardinals dome here, I got to think that there's going to be a ton of points. So I definitely take the over in that game.
And there we have it. Jim, listen, man, 2 weeks in a row. It's been a pleasure. I love the in-depth analysis. I know watching listen, I was a GA for a year, and I know watching all that game film, it's fun, but it gets very mundane. So thank you for doing all your breakdowns. Thank you for coming on the show and helping me with this. We'll see you next week, hopefully, and good luck betting.
Yeah, let's make some money today, and hey, we'll see you all next week.
There we go. That was Jim Law, the lollipop, as he says. We got just a few more things to clean up here. I got to throw some bets in, but we got something in the chat. Jarvis Landry, Cam Newton, Julio Jones, anytime touchdowns. That's from Joe Ash in the chat, talking on YouTube. I think I'm going to fire one of those. I like that. Especially, I might be the Cam Newton one too. Get a nice little rushing touchdown in. Listen, you guys have been great. A lot of views, a lot of comments. Thank you for showing up. This has been another edition of the Qwan Show. And remember, the only way to gamble responsibly is to win. And I got to go win some money this week because I'm down bad. I'll see you next week on the Qwan Show. We'll see you tomorrow on Last Word Cheetah too.